do the podcast setup, and I'm ready. All right, let's go. Welcome back, guys. This is Eric, free NBA Daily Bets. I had a nice day today, kind of. It's like 2 units, but the last 2 days we're winning. The NFL was good to me as well. I'm up 33 units on the year in the NFL, 56% winning percentage, and $100 better would be up $3,300 on NFL plays. Keep that $100 a unit. Now, obviously, my NBA is another story. They're losing money badly. It's okay. I'm going to turn this around, guys. I'm still very confident. Still only December. I did a little background work on the why I wasn't winning my bets. And there's definitely some ones I wish I had back that I wish I did not play. But that is neither here nor there. Now let's get to Monday slate and find some winners so we can keep going in the green and get back to positive. Okay. First game up, we got the Chicago Bulls at the Charlotte Hornets. Take a look at the injury. So if you're new, it's your first time listening, I go through the injuries for each team, and then I go through the scheduling spot for each team, kind of give my thoughts on the game. All right, so Jalen Smith, power forward, is questionable. Zach LaVine is probable. Ayo Dosunmu is doubtful. He is going to miss a couple games, guys. I think Ayo is going to be out like 2 weeks. And then Josh Giddey is probable. So LaVine and Giddey are probable. Still have Kobe White. Still have Big Vucevic. Still have Lonzo Ball. Rookie Matas Gonzalez. Like, they're good. Chicago's roster is a very talented NBA roster. And that's why they're winning games this year. They're 14-18. Still not a great team, but they do some things well. Okay, so no back-to-back. They play Wednesday, January 1st at Washington, D.C. Have these teams played yet this year? Yeah, they literally just played on Friday, December 13th, and Chicago beat the Hornets at home. And that was the only meeting of the year between them. So let me see. It's at Charlotte. Let me do a little due diligence, guys. Let me see if Charlotte beat the Bulls last year, or if they're on like some crazy streak right now. You know, like they just can't beat them. Okay, let's see here. Charlotte. They beat them 3 times last year. They beat them all 4 times last year. All right, hold on, guys. Hold on. This might be a streak. This might be a real streak. They're on a 5-game win streak against them. Let's see if it's more than 5 games. Okay. It's more than 5 games. Dang, it's 6 games. 7. Dang. So they lost on the 8th time. 8 games ago, they lost to Charlotte. So they're on a 7-game win streak. Dang, 8 out of 9. 8 out of 9. Woo! 7 in a row. I mean, the only thing is, like, with that information, does Charlotte really even care? You know? Do they even care about that stuff? Like, oh, damn, we lost 7 in a row. We lost 7 in a row to every damn team. You know, like, do we really care? Do we really care? Let's see. LaMelo Ball, Brandon Miller are on the injury report. Same with Cody Martin. And I forget what their injury does. For some reason, ESPN doesn't show theirs, and I don't know why. But it is what it is. I think they're questionable. Guys. They both played. No. They did not play last game. So they played at Washington and lost. And then they did not. Both of them sat, I believe. Or Brandon Miller sat. Let's see. Hold on. Let me find out. I forgot. Anyways, they've lost like 7 in a row. Oh, yeah. Against OKC, none of them played. That was right. Brandon Miller was out. And LaMelo Ball. It was an out-of-conference game, you know? Like, but I mean, still, it's soft. I mean, if they're good to go, like, probably the reason why the NBA ratings are so down. Like, maybe these guys are really hurt. Sometimes it feels like they're not that hurt. You know, like they come out the next game, they play 40 minutes, looking like moving really well the entire game. Like, come on, these guys aren't really that hurt. If you're really that hurt, you can't play 2 days later just full speed. Like you're just like nothing's wrong with you. crazy, guys. So freaking crazy. Okay, so yeah, they lost 7 in a row. Let's see if they got a back-to-back. They play on Tuesday. No, they play Friday, January 3rd. So they got a lot of time off here, guys. Not on the back-to-back in this game. Trying to make some of a case for Charlotte. So the line's plus 5.5. This is my first look at it. I think the Hornets cover. I think the Hornets win the game. I do. I actually really feel like that's the right side to take. Let me see. I mean, if LaMelo Ball and Brandon Miller play, obviously if they play, because like if they play, I mean, I feel like they could keep it close. Chicago's not necessarily a team to play amazing defense. I mean, they only won by 5 against Milwaukee without Giannis. I know Dame played, but did Dame play? I don't know if Dame played in that game. I think Dame did play in that game on Saturday against Chicago. But I like Charlotte plus 5.5 there, guys. Actually kind of do for some reason. Lost 7 in a row to them. Maybe they care a little bit about that, right? Over unders 227. I like that over. Let me see the pace for the Hornets the last 5 games. They're at 17. So that's a little faster than what they've been at. Chicago's at 7. Chicago's always really fast. Let's see. Let's check the last 10 games for the pace. Ooh, I have to type that in wrong. Let's see the last 10 games of pace in the NBA. Let me see. So Bulls are 4. Let's see if the Hornets are still in there. They're at 20. They played a little bit faster here, guys. I say that because I know they're an under team, heavy under team. They are 12 and 19, 61% for the under. Now let's see what's going on with Chicago. They're 17 and 15 over under. I thought Chicago was a little higher. I kind of like the over in this game. I think there's some points in this game, guys. I do. I think the Hornets give a really good effort at home. I think they finally get to like 110 points. And if they get to 110, I think Chicago keeps it close. You know, there's room there for an over in my eyes. I know it may seem a little high for a Hornets game, but I think over's the right side, over 227. All right, let's keep it moving. Next game up, we have the New York Knicks at the Washington Wizards. Let's see the Knicks injury report. I know Brunson was on there. He's questionable. Everyone else is good. I don't know. Brunson put up 55 points on Monday, so like, why is he questionable? You know, right calf tightness. Well, maybe after the game, he got a little tight on him, right? You know, he's playing like 40 plus minutes. Maybe his ankle. I mean, they've won 8 in a row. They just beat Washington in overtime, so they were sleepwalking in that game. They had to rally late to get that into overtime on the second night of a back-to-back. I remember that. Their next game is home, New Year's Day in New York City. Take a look at the Wizards. Jordan Poole missed the last game too, and the Wizards still had a really good showing. He's questionable. Poole is questionable. So we know these teams already played on Saturday. This is the third game of a 4-game homestand for the WizKids. Next game is Monday, the 1st, at home against Chicago. Like I already mentioned, the Chicago breakdown. I like nothing of this game. Minus 11.5. I have no idea what Knicks team we're going to get, guys. I still don't think they respect them. Over unders 230. I lean over, but I think both these teams are over teams. Let's see. New York's 18 and 14. Washington's 15 and 14. So slightly over for Washington. I still think 230 is a little low. Well, if the Knicks actually take this game serious like they should have in the first meeting, well, I mean, second night back to back, we'll cut them a little bit of slack, right? We'll cut them a little bit of slack. But if they took that game more seriously, they would have probably played more defense, in my opinion. When you're more into the game, serious, focus, locked in, I mean, maybe the jump shots just fall in because you're that focused too, and it runs the score up against a bad defensive team like the Wizards, but also you're blocked in, you're hopefully playing better defense. So, kind of like the under there. Kind of like some intensity there from the Knicks. I kind of like that under, but I can't trust these two teams, especially even New York. I can't trust New York in this spot. So, all right, next game, guys. Next game, we got the Los Angeles Clippers at the sorry-ass New Orleans Pelicans. Can't stand that team. Or maybe I just can't stand myself. Like, why am I looking to bet them? I need to start looking to bet against them. You know what? The next time they cover a game, I'm gonna look to bet against them. I don't know if I can blindly go against them right now because I want to say it. So Clippers play on. Let's see. On Tuesday. So this is the first of the back-to-back, but it's in San Antonio. It's not like the most worst travel spot in the world. And then the injury report, I think everyone on is pretty good. Terrence Mann is only out still. So everyone's good. Everyone's healthy that's been playing. And they're off a nice win at home against Golden State. Well, Golden State didn't play anybody. Well, I mean, Curry and Green. Those are somebody. Memphis, they beat at Memphis. That was a really good win. I mean, the Clippers are in damn good form, pretty much. I mean, they did lose to Dallas. That was the second night for them, and Kyrie played, and yeah, they whooped Utah, and then they were on a 3-game losing streak before then. So they've only gone on 2 3-game winning streaks this year. Kind of a streaky team. They win a lot, lose a lot. First night of back-to-back. Let's see who's playing for New Orleans. This team on paper looks like they could be a point spread money-making machine, but they do not deliver the good. Rarely do they deliver the good. They have covered once, twice, I think twice, 3 times in the last like 10 games or something like that. Trash, man. Trash team. Just quitters. Bunch of non-competitive people, it feels like. That's what it feels like. I mean, these guys are like talented. I mean, DeJounte Murray, CJ McCollum, Trey Murphy, Herb Jones, like, you guys know how to play NBA basketball. You guys have been starters for a while. Like, let's put together some good outings now. Missy's on there, the rookie center. Questionable. Is back. Alright. Let's see what the line is. Wait, was that back-to-back? No, Wednesday at Miami. So, last of the homestand too for them. -6.5. Like I said, maybe I'm the dumb guy for not like betting against the Pelicans and just like not doing that blindly right now, but I'm gonna stay off this game. I think it's a Pelican spot. I do. I'm sorry, guys. I do. I know, like, I've been losing money on the Pelicans, but again, I'm gonna wait for them to cover a game, and I'm gonna look to fade them because 6.5 at home. Clippers are a little bit of a defensive team, and they're also like not always a great scoring team, but they can be at sometimes. So I think the Pelicans can hang around in that one. Over under 221. I don't know. Let's see the pace for the Clippers last 10 games. Clippers pace. They really up there like that? Hold on. They're 11th slowest. 11th slowest. And the Pels are 19th. So Pels got a little bit faster. Pels are 11th fastest versus the 11th slowest last 10 games. So Those games have been going over. They've been giving up 130 points. Golly, they've been getting them up, guys. I mean, Houston's not an amazing offensive team. Denver and Memphis are this year. And then they only held New York to 104, but at Houston they gave 133. At Indiana, that's understandable, 119. At home, 111. No, kind of lean over, guys. I lean over. Let's see. Overwise, let's take a look at the. So the Clippers are 11 and 19 to the under, 63%. Clippers, and let's see, what are our friends from New Orleans? We're 17 and 14 to the over. That's just kind of a new trend. I think that they just got too. Like they're more of an under team now; they're an over team. I mean, I kind of like over 221. I mean, why not, right? I mean, the Pels are playing fast right now. They're at home and they're losing, so they're probably gonna try to keep playing the way. I don't know. They think they can win. I don't know. I'm probably gonna stay off that game. I lean the over. That'd be my best look there. All right, next game up, we've got the Denver Nuggets at the Utah Jazz. Take a look at Denver's injury situation. I think Jamal Murray's on there. No, Jamal Murray's not. So it's just Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon's the only one out. Aaron Gordon, I think, is going to miss a week. I think. Maybe even a little bit more time. They got a really nice win Saturday night. Finally, I was on the right side of a bet recently. That was a good call by me. Yeah, they snapped a little 2-game losing streak. And they're good at snapping their streaks, guys. They don't let losing prolong in Denver. That's something that they like to nip in the butt, man. Like that's moving forward. I think that's great ways to look at Denver. Like even if they're playing a really good team, as long as we're getting some good point spread value on them, they're a play, guys. They're a play off the loss. Now, next game is at home against Atlanta. No back-to-back here, and it's against Utah, who they've already played this year and smoked twice. They won both meetings by like 20 points. So, I mean, we know they're not going to respect Utah, guys. I mean, straight up, they're not going to respect Utah. But at the same time, Denver, I'm going to take a look at it real quick. But Denver's kind of workmanlike. Like, you know, they're not a team that gets too high off of one win. Like, they're used to winning. They want to keep winning. They know what it's like to win a lot of games. Like, when you win 60 games in the season, like I think they did 2 seasons ago, I think, or they won 55. Anytime you win over like close to 55 games, like you know how to win. Winning, I mean, losing does not become just like a, you know, you just don't start losing every other game repeatedly. And that's kind of how their season's been a little bit. So I know, like in their mind, they're like, okay, good, we got to win. Let's go win another one. Then let's go home and win another game. Then let's win another game. Like that's how they're programmed. They're not like some of these other soft teams, like the freaking Phoenix Suns right now. They're a soft team. Lose a couple, win one. Lose a couple, win one. Lose one, win one. Lose one, lose a couple. Like they're soft. Like if you're a serious team, you don't let that stuff happen. Like the Thunder don't let that happen. The Celtics don't let that happen. Like yeah, you could say they have better players, you know, per se, but yeah, they don't let it happen. So that's something to keep in mind with Denver. Utah's lost 3 in a row, but they gave Philly a really good run for their money, and they gave Portland a really good run for their money as well. And they kind of gave Cleveland a good run for their money. I forgot about that. They at Cleveland Monday, December 23rd. So the last 3 games they have covered. They've covered their last 5 in a row. Dang. Yeah, they covered the last 5 games in a row. And the thing about the Jazz is this, guys. We get trust when they get blown out. So, man, they got blown out 2 times already this year by Denver. I kind of like the Jazz guys. I mean, they're on a 5-game point spread cover. I don't love jumping on the train when it's that far in. I kind of like jumping in when the spread's like, you know, oh shoot, oh my god. When it's like maybe 3, maybe 4, but we'll see what the line says, guys. Let me see when last time they beat you. I mean, when they beat Denver, they've lost 4 times in a row. Dang, is it 4 or 5? Let me see if it's 5 in a row, guys. Nah, they won. They won last January 10th. So, I mean, 4 games in a row. That's still like a good amount of time. You know. Let's see. I know Keontae George, I think, is out. Starting point guard, and John Collins. I think he's questionable. Collins is doubtful. Oh, Keontae George is questionable. So Keontae George is questionable. That's good to know. And then John Collins is doubtful. Man, I want like a plus 8.5. That's what I want. Everyone else is good to go. They're playing good ball right now. They've just lost this team by 20 points, 2 games already this season. Like, come on, give me a big line. Plus 6.5. Plus 7. There's some plus 7s out there. It's not an awful number on the Jazz. Over under's 240. Denver plays fast, guys. I'm telling you that right now. That's like one of the biggest takeaways I've taken away from this stretch right now from Denver. They play damn fast. Damn fast. With Aaron Gordon out, like, they've been playing fast, guys. I'm talking like 40-point quarters fast. Utah's also an over team at 16-13. Man, I can't bet Denver games under, guys. I might look to that over. The over is 240. Let's see what Utah is. So they don't have a back-to-back either. Okay. I lean Utah plus 7. And I lean Utah team total over. I think they get there. They've scored 134 points the last 2 games. That was at home. I mean, no, that was Denver. Sorry. That was Denver. Let's look at Utah's. That's what I'm saying. 135 points, guys. Like, you know, when you're scoring 135 points, you just need like 105 points from the other team for this to get over, pretty much. Like, crazy. They scored 111, 120, 113, 105, 126. So, I like Utah plus 7, and I like over 240, but I don't know, guys. I'm a little worried about Utah. Denver is the team I think we can trust to win and win by margin. I really do. So, okay, let's take a look at the next game, guys. You know, Nuggets team total over, whatever that be, that might be a good play, guys. That might be the best play out of that because Utah will give up points. Denver will score points. And if Denver, I think Denver gets to 120, no problem. So that means, what do they think this is going to be at? Like 123.5, be like 123.5 for the Nuggets to clear, get to 124. Still a lot. I still think they get there. Okay, next game up. We got the Philadelphia 76ers at the Portland Trailblazers. We got 2 people in the live. What's up, guys? What's up? What's going on? I appreciate the like. I really do. Okay. Philadelphia 76ers. Let's see. They've won 3 in a row. 5 out of their last 6. And they play Wednesday at Sacramento. They're in the middle of a 6-game road stand. So, yeah, they just beat Utah at Utah. They're off 3 really good wins. At home against San Antonio on Christmas, or no, the day, Monday 23rd. Then they beat Boston at Boston on Christmas Day. And then they beat at Utah, which is not an easy place to play sometimes, especially as an Eastern Conference team going out west. Like, it's not always, you know, cakewalk. And it wasn't. They were down like 20 points in the first quarter. So, Portland. Let's see what's going on with the injury report before we go to Portland. Portland, I know they won like the last 2 games. So Joel Embiid is questionable, I believe. Let me see. Yeah, he's questionable. He did play the last game, though. I'm pretty sure against Utah. Eric Gordon's questionable. Andre Drummond is questionable. J.J. Martin must be out. So I think Embiid plays here, guys. I think he does. Let's see the injury report for Portland. So Portland, Tumani Kamara, Jeremy Grant, Delano Jansen, and Robert Williams are on the injury report. Robert Williams is questionable. Jeremy Grant is questionable. I think Grant played the last game against Utah, but I don't think. Against Dallas. But I know Banson did not. I don't think he did. And then Robert Williams, I'm pretty sure he was out last game too. So I don't know if those guys will play. And those kind of like more reserve guys, anyways. I mean, they do play meaningful minutes though sometimes. Especially Jeremy Grant. Okay, so they won 3 out of their last 5 games. Actually, they won their last 3 home games in a row. They are dang. You know, they're protecting home court pretty damn well. They're 1-1, 1-2, 3-3, 4-3, 4-3, 5-3, 5-4, 5-5, 5-6. Dang, they're 8-6 at home this year. That's not too shabby for a Portland team, guys. They're just awful on the road. Okay, so they play Thursday, January 2nd at Los Angeles, so they got a good amount of time off after this game. Take a look at the spread. Let's see what's going on with this one. So 76ers minus 5.5. Huh. Over unders 223. Yeah, I like going down. It's at minus 5. People are respecting Portland's little run here. I just know, guys, and like I said this on my NFL podcast before, but in the NBA, it even holds somewhat applicable, is that teams that win the game, they'll cover the point spread at a very high rate. Very high rate. And obviously, if the underdog wins, they cover the point spread. But like even favorites win, they'll cover. Just look at tonight. There are 4 winners and covers, and then there are 2 winners that didn't cover. Okay, so like this Philly cover, they didn't cover last game against Utah, so that's kind of something to keep in mind. You know, them on the road. But let's take a look at their other road games. Are they covering on the road? They covered at Boston, so that was as an underdog. They got blown out on the second out of the back-to-back at Cleveland. They beat Charlotte at Charlotte. They were a lesser opponent. They won by 13. They took care of business. So okay, as a favorite, they took care of business. At Chicago, as a slight favorite, they took care of business. At Charlotte, they won by 6. They were a 4.5-point favorite. They took care of business. At Detroit, they were an underdog. At Memphis, underdog. At Miami, at Orlando, at Los Angeles, at Phoenix. They were all underdogs the other games, except for at Toronto. So kind of a really, really small sample size there. I think Philly wins the game, guys. They've covered a lot as well recently. I think Philly's trying to catch a little groove here, and they have an opportunity to beat another lesser team, and they need to keep winning. Like, they're only 12-17. They need to win. I don't know, guys. I think that might be a Philly spot to play. I know it sounds a little square, and there's some sharp money on the other side for sure driving it down, but I think Philly might be the play there. I think Philly, you know, brings their A game to a close for 2024, to the last game in 2024. We'll see. See what the chat's saying. Nothing else from the chat. Oh, another person joined. What's up? Welcome to the show. Okay, next game up, and hit the like button if you're joining. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow all of my official plays at Twitter at Easy Money Wins. I'm getting better in the NBA, guys. This is my worst NBA season so far, but I still feel confident I'm gonna end the year plus winning with money, plus units, not in the negative. So one day at a time, stay the process, stay disciplined, find an edge. All right. So yeah, I like the 76ers there. I like 76ers team total over a little bit. Let's see the Pacers, the Trailblazers pace real quick. So they're 5th slowest in the last 10 games. 76ers are 2nd lowest. Let's check the last 5 games. If that's true, both these teams in the bottom 10 in pace, like, why is this in the 220s? Let's check. Probably the home road dichotomy. I would imagine that's why it's like that. The last 5 games, the slowest. Come on. Let me see if it's working. There we go. 76ers are 4th. Trailblazers are 14th. So they picked up a little bit, but 76ers are still 96 pace. Fourth worst, fourth slowest in pace. It's kind of a little high. Hold on, guys. Let's take a little bit of a deeper dive into that. I'm sorry. I got to look at that. I mean, I'm being very selective with my unders, but this might be a pretty damn good under spot if we get a good game from Philly. Which they only did. Their last game was 225, so it snuck over. That's because Lauri Markkanen hit a late minute 3. Like, if Lauri didn't hit that 3, they didn't really need it. That game was going to go under. Well, compared to this number. Boston shoots a lot better. The other road game, they gave up a ton against Phoenix. They held Chicago and Charlotte well. So this is a team, guys. You know what might be a really good play? Is the Portland Trailblazers team total under. It used to be a really good play in the beginning of the season, and I was cashing on it. It might be trending back that direction now that they've had because I don't trust them. They're not a team I trust to continue offensive performances. Like, they've had the last 2 games. They got Dallas in the second game of the back-to-back, and they scored 126 against Tired Leg. And then they played Utah, who doesn't play any defense, and they scored 122. Now they're getting a whole different ball game here. And when they play teams that are focused on defense, like Spurs, 114-94. Phoenix is a slower team, 116-109. Those scored 109. That was on the road, though. At home, that's why, guys, because Portland's last 4 home games have gone over. The last 5 home games. The last 6. Dang, the last 6 home games have gone over. I don't know. Is there a reason for that? 3 of the teams were like super fast paced. Even San Antonio was a little. Well, yeah, that's because their last games have been against really fast teams at home. Let's see Sacramento, Atlanta, Memphis, Minnesota. That was slower. There was some defense. I don't know. I lean under there. I'm probably not going to get there with it, but I do lean under there. Okay. 2 games left, guys. 2 games left. And first one up is Dallas Mavericks at the Sacramento Kings. Why is Sacramento a favorite? I mean, oh my gosh, guys. I can't stand this team. This is a team that's lost me a lot of money because of, like, I mean, it's my fault. I keep betting them like a dummy, but I'm not doing it anymore, guys. I'm not doing it anymore. I am officially in timeout from betting the Sacramento Kings until they get some life about them. And they don't have much life about them, guys. They really do not. Even when they got Mike Brown got fired, you know, that next game, you're supposed to bring a little bit of fire to the game. And at LA with the Lakers without LeBron James and D'Angelo Russell got hurt middle of the way through. And then, like, I mean, that's a game where, you know, you're fully healthy. You got to go out there and beat, you know, the Lakers team without LeBron. And he's lost this team 3 times already this year. Like, that's a heart problem, in my opinion. Like, the team doesn't have enough heart. Like, and they didn't just lose to the Lakers. They got their asses whooped in the second half. Like, straight up. Like, Lakers just started pulling away from them. So for them to be laying 4 points here, I don't agree with that. I might even bet against them here. If Kyrie's playing, Kyrie should play. I know Najee Marshall is fighting. He is suspended. They play Wednesday at Houston. They just lost at Portland, so they're going to want to win. Like, Dallas is another team that doesn't like to go on losing streaks. Like, they've only gone on a 2-game losing streak once this year in the beginning of the season, but then they figured it out. So they just beat this team by 24 points. I forgot about that. Dang. Yeah, Portland might really come out. Sorry, I'm thinking of Portland. Sorry, guys. My fault. I was thinking of Portland. Sacramento. I was looking if they played Sacramento this year yet. No, they haven't played Sacramento. Okay. Let's take a look at the injury report, man. So Derek Lively is questionable. And that's it. Najee Marshall suspended, right? Let me see. So Kyrie Irving at point. Spencer Dinwiddie. Quinn Grimes, a backup guard. Jaden Hardy, backup guard. Like, that's not a bad backup guard situation there. Klay Thompson, P.J. Washington, so Lively's questionable. Really want Lively in there to bet Dallas here with the +4. But still, even if Lively doesn't play, I think this game goes over because another thing, Sacramento's been not playing a lick of defense, and then also so like the game's gonna go either two ways, guys. Like it's both gonna favor the over. The first way is this: Sacramento's gonna look to score. That's what they've been doing. They're not looking to play intense defense. Like I said, they don't have any heart. Like maybe they do first game back at Sacramento since the firing. Maybe the crowd shows up to support them or to boo the ownership, or I don't know. But I kind of like Dallas to respond really well off of a loss. That's kind of what I'm hanging my hat on. So Dallas going to score a lot. They haven't been playing defense recently. Let me see what the over-under's at. It's at 231. Yeah, there's already over money on it. It's back to 230. I like the over. I like the over. Dude, Sacramento's not playing a lick of defense right now whatsoever. Like, that was heartless what they put out there. And I don't think Doug Christie, the new interim head coach, is like some guy that's like going to yell at him either. Like, he didn't strike me as that kind of guy that's like going to yell at him like, hey, that was embarrassing, Shelter. Like, no, I think he's more of a nurturer. I think he's like, all right, guys, we need to stick together and play really hard and, give a good effort next game. We're going through a lot right now. Like, no, man. Like, go out there and freaking play better. It was heartless. But I don't think he's saying that to them. So they gave up 132 to LA. They gave up 114, 122 to Detroit, then Indiana. I don't know. They played really hard against the Lakers both games. But the Lakers like to play defense. So I'm saying, like, Dallas without Derek Lively, if he does not play, the game's definitely going to go over that number, in my opinion. And then I love Dallas team total over. What would that be, like 112.5 or something like that? That would be a really nice number, in my opinion, because Dallas, the last road games that they've played, Phoenix plays slow, but Portland, they scored 122. Golden State, they scored 143. That was with Luka still. Oklahoma City, that was an NBA Cup game. That's different kind of style. At Toronto, 125. At Washington, 137. At Portland, 137. At Utah, 106. What was the front game of back-to-back? At Atlanta, 129. At Denver, 123. At Miami, 118. I mean, they clear 112.5, guys. I think we get some. Well, this is the thing. If you like Dallas to cover +4, like, they're probably going to get to 113 points because Sacramento, what we do know, they're going to do two things, guys. This is what we absolutely know in this game. Sacramento's going to play really freaking tough. Okay, that could lead to an under. It could, but also if they play really tough, they're probably going to score really well. Most likely, if like, they bring a really good effort, they're probably going to score really well. This team can score. They can score. So that will lead Dallas to probably score a lot of points too. So in my opinion, I like Dallas team total over 112.5. I like Dallas +4. I like the full game over 230.5. That's the way I'm rocking with that game. I might actually bet that game. I like the look of that game. Okay, last game up, we got the Cleveland Cavaliers at the Golden State Warriors. Okoro's the only guy out for Cleveland. Cleveland was healthy. Cleveland just smoked Denver at Denver. That game was impressive, man. Well, they almost covered. Shoot, Denver, no, they didn't almost cover. But they came back. They lost by 8. They were losing by like 20. Oh, wait, no, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong game. No, they lost by 14. The first game, they beat them by 8 at Cleveland. The second game on Friday, this past Friday, they won by 14. So this is the first of the back-to-back. They're at LA against the Lakers on Tuesday. They beat the Lakers already by a margin this year, too. I mean, they beat everybody by a margin except for Boston and Atlanta. And Miami, they lost at Miami. So I'm looking to fade Cleveland, guys, just straight up. I don't know what the line is, but Cleveland is 21-10 against the spread, 67%. Oh, no, sorry. That's over-under. They're even higher for the spread. They're 71%. They're 22-9. So, like, that's not sustainable. They're going to start not covering point spreads, like, starting today. I don't know what the line is, but I hope it's like +4 for Golden State at home. Let's take a look at Golden State's They finally won. Draymond Green yelled at Buddy Hield mid-game, like said the F word at him a couple times or something like that. So I don't know, whatever that means. They snapped a 3-game losing streak, and their last win before last game against Phoenix, they snapped another 3-game losing streak at Minnesota. So this team has not won back-to-back games since November 22nd. They have an opportunity to do that here. They don't play until Thursday. They get 2 days off. Cleveland is at the Lakers, like I said. I think I said that right. I might have said the Nuggets. Sorry, guys. It's late. It's like 12:43, right? So Podziemski is ruled out. That's good. Brandon's not playing well. Let him sit. Let him rest his abdomen, whatever his issue is. Moses Moody is probable. I like that. Gary Payton is out. Everyone's good to go. Everyone else is good to go. Plenty of rest. Schroeder, Curry, Wiggins, Green, Trace Jackson Davis, Buddy Hield, Kyle Anderson, Kuminga, Looney. Oh gosh, let's see what the line is, guys. Yes. Wait, no, hold on. I'm looking at the Kings. Dang it. Oh no, it's good. It's good. Oh, the Warriors plus 4.5. Oh, sign me up. Dang. Oh, I love that, guys. I love that. Oh my gosh, I just want to hit, guys. This NBA run has been like awful. Like it has sucked so bad. Golden State's the play, guys. That's the play. Telling y'all, that is the play. There's fire inside that Warriors locker room right now, like straight up Draymond Green. And like he literally said this in the press conference. He said, like, if we don't start winning, they're gonna start trading all of us. And that's the truth. Like literally, if they don't start winning, they're only 16 and 15. In the NBA standings, they're like 10th place. I know it's only December still, and I know they haven't played half the games in the season yet. They've only played 31 games out of 82, so there's still 51 games left. But still, like, if you start losing and you're 16 and like 20, like then they start like really saying like, hey, like, what do we do with this team right now? Do we just trade Kuminga, trade Jackson Davis and Podziemski and see how much we can get off of that and try to salvage the season like that? Like, you know, so I don't know, guys. I think Golden State's gonna bring the freaking A game. Cleveland can't keep playing this well. The only like internal angle is Kenny Atkinson, the head coach for the Cavaliers, was the Golden State long time Golden State Warriors assistant. I mean, long time as in like 5 years, I think like a good 5-6 years. So, I mean, Cleveland's definitely gonna want to win this for him. I think this locker room's pretty tight for Cleveland. That's the only thing I worry about a little bit. It's like they're gonna really try to win this game for their head coach, their new head coach, you know. So, but I don't think it matters. I think Curry's on a freaking mission, guys. He's on a mission. Let's see how many points Curry had last game, and then I'm done with the podcast, guys. I haven't looked at the over/under yet, but I know Cavaliers are a huge over team, but then the Warriors are a very slow team, slower team. Yeah, the Warriors games have been going under recently, guys. I think the last 5 in a row have gone under. 4 in a row, I think. 3 of them have been home games against scoring teams too now. No, Kuminga's been balling. That's right, Kuminga's been balling the last 2 games. So before that, on Christmas Day, Curry had 38. I think Curry still had like 25 the last game against Phoenix. Let me see. Box score. Let me see. Curry had 22, so he didn't shoot that well. 4-13 from 3. They didn't shoot well as a team from 3. They were only 12 of 45. Dang, that's not okay. That's not going to happen again, guys. And they still scored 109 points. Let's see what the over/under is. 231. Oh my gosh, guys. Okay. I feel very damn confident about this. The Cavaliers can score. The Cavaliers play fast. Let's take a look at the Cavaliers' pace. The last 5 games, they're 11th fastest. Now, I know the Warriors are slow. The Warriors are in the bottom 5 of the league the last 5. But I don't know, guys. The Cavaliers on the road, like just in general, they're putting up 115 every game, guys. Like, look at this. Their last 149, 124, 126, 124, 130, 115, 113, 116, 122, 118, 115. So literally, since all their games in December, they've at least scored 113 points. At least 113 points, guys. So if you think, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 of those games have been road games. And 4 of those road games, they've gone over 130, yes. 115 3 out of those 4 times. So basically what I'm saying is, if you like Golden State to cover, they're gonna have to score some points, guys. They're gonna have to score some points. In my mind, like if they win like 111, 110, 111, 109, 112, 108 or something like that, like they could, but they're gonna need to get to 113 points. If you like Golden State to cover and you're not like super confident about it, because like if Cleveland starts pulling away, the Warriors are gonna fight, so they'll climb to 113 points. Like if they're gonna blow out, and they're losing by 120, like 100, they're losing like 110 to 105 with like, or 100. If they're losing like 105 to like 90 with like 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter, I kind of trust the Warriors to climb back into that game and get over get to 113 points. That's what they're going to need roughly, 113, 114 points. So that's one way to look at it. I kind of like that angle. I think it's a Warriors spot though, guys. And I'm going to bet it. I'm trusting myself. I know this is the right spot. They shot only 20-something% from 3 last game. Cleveland's riding way too high. The Warriors will want to beat Kenny Atkinson as well. Like they're competitive SOBs. You know what I'm saying? Like they're going to get up for this game. They're going to get up for this game, and they're going to want to beat Kenny, even though they love him. They're going to want to beat him. And I forgot, guys. The Warriors lost to Cleveland, and they got smoked last game. I mean, absolutely boat race. Like seriously. Let me see, guys. Let me see. I think they're losing by 50 points at one time. I'm not even exaggerating. Let me see, guys, what the halftime score was. They lost 136 to 117, but that score was, they were down 40 at one point. I know they were, guys. I know they were. Let me just take a look real quick. So Cleveland at halftime was winning 24 plus 17 by 41 points. They're winning by 41 points at halftime, guys. Yikes. So, yeah, Warriors, that's the spot, guys. I know it's the spot. It's just got to cash for me. Just cash for me. Come on. I'm tired of losing. But yeah, that's the show, guys. I appreciate y'all for watching, listening on the podcast and whatnot. Some guy in the chat just said, guy, I just put 100 on Walker Kessler over 9.5 rebounds and Evan Mobley over 16 points. Payout 300. Okay. I don't know about Evan Mobley getting 16. Maybe he does. He's been balling this year for sure. Kessler to get 10 rebounds, I can buy that. But I don't know about that Evan Mobley over. But I really don't do play props like that. So, okay, guys. I appreciate y'all listening, tuning in. I'll see you on the next show.